The Skyscraper is in endless mode, and we want the commentary experience to feel as varied as possible, even when you are climbing up the same tower over and over again. There can be different stories, and so we want to capture all the variety of things that can happen in the Skyscraper with the commentary.
Welcome to the Skyscraper, an endless loop runner training facility designed by Numa Star.
Commentatron and analysis bots are the commentators of the clone drone universe. They do play-by-play on all the robot death sports, from Danger Zone to Crash Loop, and now the Skyscraper. So the Skyscraper was built out of all of the pieces of scrap from Crash Loop into this training tower that's designed for loop runners to perfect their fighting skills in.
This next level will be a blast from the past for Blink.
Combat Master 9000 returns to extract his revenge.
You'll see like bits of broken loop runners and bridges and stuff, all these defective parts from Crash Loop. They end up in the Skyscraper, creating this cool tower of junk. So the Skyscraper is the realization of how we want to integrate the commentators fully into the Hyperdome experience. So if we'll remember, when the player enters the danger zone, they make a comment. When the player finishes the level, they make a comment. And when they engage with Upgrade Bot, they make a comment. We wanted to take that to the next level. Researching sports commentary, it's more of an ongoing thread that occurs throughout a broadcast. So it doesn't just come in, it's not like the commentators come in and introduce you to, this is Monday Night Football, and then at the end, thanks for watching Monday Night Football. There's commentary throughout. There are stories that are told in commentary. And so we wanted to do a version of that with a new dynamic dialogue system with the Skyscraper update. The commenters will remark about what could happen potentially in the intro sequence.
How many floors do you think Blink will be able to climb?
Blink will die on floor 1, humbled and ashamed. I cannot wait.
And then if it does happen, great. And if it doesn't, that will be reflected in the outro as well. So it really feels like a story is being told.
Blink did not exceed 1,000 kills this climb, but there will be opportunity for brutality in the climbs ahead.
As a narrative designer, I'm always thinking about how player agency interacts with the story. Not only are they commenting on things that happened in the moment, but the commentators are able to remember things that the player has done in the past.
This is Blink's 25th climb up the Skyscraper. Congratulations.
I do not celebrate milestones, only destruction.
So it's just it is a bigger and much more expansive experience for our Blast Down house.
Last climb, Blink died on copper difficulty. Next climb, Blink will die on the elevator to the first floor.
For example, if you pick up weapons in the Skyscraper, the commenters will comment on that. Maybe you pick up the short sword, or maybe you pick up the halberd, and it's like, oh, the pike bots are really going to hate that Blink's picked up the halberd.
Blink grabs a short sword. That is classic Blink.
So there's play-by-play things where it's like, who did you kill in that moment? You know, who killed you in that moment? You know,
Berserker bots have scrapped Blink in the Skyscraper more than 10 times.
Mounting a strong defense with a shield would help Blink survive.
When Defendroids Berserk, put your shield to work.
But then there's also the remembering component. There are triggers that basically take data from the past and trigger. So if it's your 100th kill, the commentators will comment on that. If it is your 531st knife kill, they'll comment on that too.
Congratulations to Blink for beating the knife kills record.
Knives are the smallest swords. Should we even be celebrating them?
So there's all these interesting things it is remembering about your past climbs in the Skyscraper, and it's folding that into the commentary and creating a story. The actions that they take, how many floors they climb, how many enemies they kill, are all building blocks in this tapestry of their story in the Skyscraper as a robot killing athlete machine. There are some unique lines for doing special things in the Skyscraper. I don't want to give too much away, but if you are fighting the captain, maybe try picking up some of the captain's weapons. If you see the commentators and you've got a bow and arrow, maybe just give it a flick, see what happens.
You cannot obliterate me. Blink. I am unobliteratable.
I like the silly jokes. There's one I really like where Commentatron asks,
If you are a Defendroid, what is your strategy going into this fight?
2 words. Kill Blink.
you got it. It's good analysis. The Skyscraper keeps track of how many clones you've lost and will acknowledge that.
I bet you will never guess how many clones Blink has lost to the Skyscraper.
540.
Correct. I forgot we draw statistics from the same database.
There are hundreds of lines of dialogue, hundreds of individual triggers. When I recently asked, are there triggers and stuff that we could be adding to the game, nobody raised their hand. Everybody kind of had the same thing, which is like, there's quite a bit. There's quite a lot of things we're commenting on in this script. So hopefully players feel the same way.